Hello.
Hi,
Uh, I think we can start. So, what's your name?
I'm Anna.
What do you do, Anna?
I'm a graphic designer in a company.
What company?
Um, it's not famous. They might a funny name.
Are you paid well?
Well, I am. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello,
Uh, what's your name?
I'm Chloe.
Alright, Chloe. Tell me about yourself in few words.
Well, I'm a musicologist, currently working at school, and I like music. Actually, I adore it. I think it saves people's lives.
What's your favorite op?
It's difficult to choose just one, but I can tell that lately I've totally fallen under Brahms' influence.
Brahms.
Yeah.
I'm Eve, I'm 27 years old. I'm a little bit of everything. I was a manager, teacher, translator, and even once I worked in a cafe.
Which of these did you like the most?
It may sound some kind of weird, but working in a cafe was my favorite one because, we had a great team. They liked me and I liked them. I liked being pleasant with people and our customers liked me too. My favorite thing was the night shift because we have all sorts of customers that were coming absolutely out of line. They were drunk when they came to our place. They just were coming in order to talk. And our bartender, Harry, we called him also Shrink Harry because he liked listening to people without saying anything or even making a sound. That's why we called him Shrink Harry. But sometimes he really gave good advice.
Do you like giving advice to people?
In fact, I can say that I hate it because you never know what other people feel, and I've come across lots of cases when you want to help, you say what you feel, and just then they are doing what they feel to be right, and then they are happy and you are the wrong person, and I hate this feeling.
Alright. Are you married, Chloe?
No, I'm engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you meet?
Well, actually, it was a planned meeting. My friend Ali happened to be his friend's friend, and he had already seen me before we officially met.
Are you married?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
Do you smoke?
No. I used to, but I quit.
How old are you, Anna?
25.
Was it love at first sight?
No, not really. When we first met, I was actually in love with someone else, and we just broke up. And I had that I want to die period when I really underestimated myself and whatever I did. And later I met this guy, and I really felt that he loved me and he appreciated me and he made me feel that I'm not no one.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay, let's start. Uh, Introduce yourself.
my name is Gabrielle.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Okay, are you okay with Gabby?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Gabby, what do you do?
I'm a pianist.
Pianist. Any big upcoming concerts?
Oh, no, I'm currently unemployed.
Who's your favorite composer?
Oh, it's difficult to tell you just one name, but maybe now I'm totally taken with Wagner.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Do you smoke?
I did once, but I totally regret it
Why?
because I didn't want to.
Why did you come here?
You mean the casting?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I guess I've always wanted to try, and actually my friend persuaded me to come.
Have you ever acted before?
In a movie?
Yeah.
No, never. That's why I thought it would be great to try something new.
Are you shy?
No. I'm not shy. I'm a little close, but I'm not totally shy, you know.
Right. Do you have any friends?
Yes, I do, but not all of them are so close to me. I have only 2, 3 close friends.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Did you have a boyfriend?
Not a real one. I've dated some guys, but they were not, how to say it, they were not for me.
Do you still think about your ex?
You really want me to tell you about my ex?
Yes, please. Just a few words.
He was an asshole. Enough words?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Does a guy need a reason to be an asshole?
I guess so.
He was fooling me around.
Oh. Who was she?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
When did you break up?
2 months ago.
How was it?
I wanted to die.
You know, some people say that marriage between two people who actually don't love each other is less about passion or love. It's more about that avoidance of that suicidal loneliness that kills you. And you feel like a garbage because everyone around you is happy, and then they smile, they post their engagement photos, then wedding photos, and guess what comes next? Baby photos. And you see that they are smiling and they are happy, everyone around you, and it makes you feel even worse. But soon I'm going to join them in this fake vanilla feast.
Is it easy to manipulate you?
I think yes. One of my um, when I'm vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean when my inner world is in panic.
How often do you panic?
Not very often, but when I have something important and I feel like losing it, I'm in panic.
Have you ever lost anything so much important for you?
Yeah, quite a lot of things.
Why?
Why have I lost them?
Yes?
I don't know, maybe because they didn't belong to me.
Do you cry when you lose things?
Always.
You know, when we broke up, I promised God never to ask for anything else but Him. I really loved Him and I really wanted Him to be happy, and I wanted to be happy next to Him. But I felt that I'm not good enough for Him, and I cried so much. Actually, my bed was soaked with tears.
Did you love him that much?
Yeah, I did. Stupid, right?
Why would you think it was stupid?
Because it's stupid to love someone who doesn't love you.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. I did love him. You know what I mean? It's not, like an illusion or something. It was real, and that's why it's so painful. Like, when we met, it was like an explosion in the universe, and he liked me, I liked him, and it seemed to be a perfect match, and I really thought he loved me. I thought that he wasn't that much into me, but he was sweet, and he never ever hurt me, well, except for the last time when I knew he was cheating.
When you meet the right person, you feel it inside. It's like an explosion in the universe.
Explosion in the universe.
Yes, I imagine that it can just sound funny, but yes, really, I do think that love must be some kind of like an explosion in the universe, and otherwise, how do people know whom to love and whom to be together with? And I just really hope that there is something inside that push you towards someone.
Okay, what are the most serious problems people may face in their lives?
Well, difficult question. Death, loss, which are actually the same things. Loneliness, uselessness.
Have you ever encountered any of these problems?
Almost all of them.
And which was worst?
Death. Because, you can't change anything.
What's the most important thing in life?
Maybe forgiveness. It's very difficult to forgive people, and just it's an unnecessary pain. And if you feel something like a person who should be pardoned, who should be forgiven, just let him go. It's a very difficult thing, but it's the best thing I've discovered. When you forgive people, you feel free.
Are you free?
No. I'm not.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, sure.
How do you imagine marriage?
People think that it's kind of difficult, but I think there is nothing difficult when you love the right person. And I think it will be the best thing in my life.
Marriage.
Yeah, I think so, that I will be very extremely happy, and my hypothetical husband will also be happy, and a happy end.
He didn't exclude the possibility of the fact that there could be another woman in his life. I mean, I loved him and I didn't see anyone else, and he saw me, but he wasn't blinded by me, and he saw others too, so he knew that one day we would part, and he was looking for another girl. I guess so.
Now you think he didn't love you.
I think if someone loves someone, then these two stay together until one of them dies one day. I believe in love.
You still believe in love?
You know, someone said once that there's a great deal of difference in believing something still and believing it again.
W.H. Auden.
Excuse me?
It was said by W.H. Auden.
Oh, maybe I'm bad at names.
So, do you believe in love still and again?
I will believe it again. And the question is not in believing in love or not in believing in it. The question is about trusting yourself, trusting the other person, trusting his feelings, because you can never know if someone is going to cheat you. You can never know that until that happens, but maybe that doesn't happen and you'll live happy forever. So it's all about taking chances, if you're brave enough to give up on all your fears, then you will be rewarded, I think, and if not, then I guess you'll be destined to live in a perpetual denial of things that could have made you eternally happy. I think it's worth trying.
Is it easy to be happy?
Yes, I think so. Just we imagine much more problems than we really do have, and it's your attitude towards something, and just I'm trying to think positive.
What's your greatest pain?
My greatest pain, I think that I'm lonely.
You said you have friends.
Yeah, I have friends, I really do, but I feel so lonely even having close friends. That's why I think when I find the one, just I'll be extremely happy, and it's not bad yet to want to be happy.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Are you married?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
Girlfriend?
No.
You like being alone?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I do.
Do you like being lonely?
Oh, I guess nobody does.
Would you like to get married?
I would like to get married to a person I love, who loves me.
You haven't found him yet?
No.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No, I think it can be anything but no love.
Why do you usually cry?
I don't know if I knew why I wouldn't cry. I think people cry because they don't know why things happen like that. I mean, there is nothing more terrifying than obscurity, and you don't know where to move. You're somehow stuck between yes and no, between now and then, between why and I don't give a shit. And then one day you open your eyes and you realize that everything's fine, but this path from yes to no, from then to now, and vice versa, it's very difficult. So people cry because they don't know why things happen like that.
Why do you cry?
I don't know, I try to find meaning, any sense in anything. But the truth is, there is no sense in bad things.
Okay, what's the warmest memory of yours from your childhood? What's the best memory you have from your childhood?
There are lots of things. I don't know.
Just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Well, once at Christmas when I was 5 years old, I woke up at night and I saw that it was snowing and everyone around was asleep. Actually, it was the first time that I woke up at night, and so I was lying in my bed and everyone around was asleep, and I was watching the flashing Christmas lights and the silver of the snow in the moonlight.
What's the best thing you remember from your childhood?
My grandpa was an amazing man. You know, when we used to be kids, we played a game. It was called Roberts, and we would put a chair in front of a sofa, and that would be a couch. And me and my sister were ladies, so we were sitting on the sofa, and our grandpa was the couchman. And so we're driving through the forest, and then he would shout robbers, and we would grab whatever we found in the sofa and shoot the robbers, and after shooting them they went. So it was an amazing game, and that was funny.
Once, my mother left me and my sister at home for about half an hour. And at that time, we decided to try on our mom's dresses. And when we were already in those dresses, we decided to eat some jam. And the jam was high in the closets, and sure, we had to use some chairs to reach them. And guess how this kind of stories end? Broken jars of jam, jam all around the house, torn dresses, and very angry mother. But our scenario was a bit different, because when my mother came home, she started laughing along with us.
What's the best present you have ever received?
When I was 18, there was a guy who had a crush on me, and he was a little bit weird. He took me to some old building, and he told that this building was meant to be demolished, and that no one cared about this building being demolished. And it was the nicest building I've ever seen. And at that time, he came to me from the back, hugged me, and whispered into my ear, "This is my today's present to you." And I think this was the best present I could get. Though I really promised myself to hate this man, but I can't. You know, he was a very strict man, and at those rare moments when we were together and when he smiled to me, it was the best present I could ever expect from anyone.
Did you always want to be a graphic designer?
No, I wanted to become an artist, like a real artist, and I even took some private lessons.
Why didn't you become an artist then?
Not enough talent.
Do you have enough talent for acting?
Um, I don't know. Um, I was told that you weren't looking for an actress, like a professional actress.
That's right.
So I thought that if they just need a girl for a movie, then I can be, I can be her.
Do you love reading?
Yes, I do.
Do you like poetry?
Not so much.
Okay, what's the most terrible thing in the world?
I think it's obscurity.
Why?
Because, when you don't know anything, it's kind of frightening and you feel even smaller. And that's not comfortable.
Would you like to know your future?
No, not really. Just, what I want to know. I want to know what's right and what's wrong. I just want never to make mistake, and hell, I want to know where the hell is my soulmate. I miss him so much. Maybe I imagine that's too sublime and lofty, but I just want to know how to be passionately in love even once in your life.
Aren't you afraid to be disappointed?
Of course I do, but you never know until you try it.
Have you ever hated anyone?
Yes, I have.
Who?
The person I loved once.
They say from love to hatred.
Yeah, it's really just one step.
Do you still love him?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll give you an excerpt from the movie script. You just have to read it the way you feel it, alright?
Okay, sure.
Here it is.
Thank you. Okay.
I promised myself never to think about it on the very day it happened. But some things are easier to promise than to do. I've never been weak or boneless. I've never tried to give up on myself. The only thing I've ever tried to do was to forget it all. I've never wished to be closer to you than I am now. But despite all this, I understand how distant and cold you are, and how eternally far from the truth I am. And I'm not becoming closer to it while trying to forget you.
Forgetting things is not making you happy because you are still the same person and your past won't change because of some gaps in your memory. These holes won't ever be filled with anything, as you can't feel the emptiness left after someone with someone else's presence. We have to be patient. We have to be us. When everything around you is collapsing, don't lose yourself. Don't change yourself for the others. Don't let others make you be someone else and behave the way you wouldn't if not them. Because this is what you'll regret for when you remember it. And you will always remember your mistakes if they were serious enough to ruin your life.
But who told you that others are never mistaken? It's like a chain. One decaying particle destroys the others. And in the end, you have yourself and your mistakes, and the other part of chain, which is no longer yours. You realize you are missing a link to keep both parts together. And you know, if you could ever find that link, it'd be so strong, no any power in the world would be able to destroy it. And then you start looking for that link. You search everywhere. In the park, sitting on a bench and looking at the sparrows basking in the sun. In your psychologist's office, at home, watching a corny movie and trying to understand why things are different in life.
And then one day, when you give up on your searches, you come across an old book and you open it on a random page and read something absolutely useless, and then you realize that the missing link was love.
It's so quiet here now, and no one can ever disturb me. It's solely my memory that frightens me, but it too will die with the first rays of the sun. Thus die all my thoughts coming to me from the darkness of the night, to torture and rankle my already tormented soul.
Sometimes I want to jump out of the bed and scream, but I'm pulled down stronger and stronger. I feel like a stone jammed in infinity. I'm a bone stuck into the crow of time. I hate the way it squashes me, but I can do nothing.
My escape from reality, from people, from the world was actually a trap. I've been caught up in the web. I would like to make everything come back, but I can no longer do this, as time has already passed.
There is time to sleep, time to speak, time to think, and time to leap. I missed it. It slipped out of my hand like a thin hair which you seem to keep tight in your hand, which imperceptibly falls out of it. And you don't feel it, for you didn't feel it when you were ostensibly holding it in your mitt. And then you suddenly unclench your fingers and discover an empty palm. At the moment you realize you can't even remember the time it was gone.
I started to think in a too complicated way, because it's dark now. It's time to think and discourse. It's time for an eternal penalty, for all my thoughts are my sentence to my own self. The executioner will now lift the axe and everything will be over.
It's raining now, and my pillow is wet from tears. When I'm not resisting, I almost stop feeling the weight of my body, and the gravity disappears, and time doesn't gnash its lead teeth under my ear. I surrender to the power of the night and rain. Night will take me back, and rain will leave my body and let it go with peace. I never needed forgiveness so desperately before. Night will forgive me. I will kneel down in front of her and wait for the very second when it slashes my eyes with the first spark of the dawn. I will then close my eyes. I'll fall asleep in a quarter of an hour. When I cease feeling the weight of my body, I will insensibly turn into air and merge with the lost breath of the night.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah,
tired.
I already say you are depressed.
Maybe a little. Have you ever been to a hospital? I mean, a real hospital with patients. Seriously ill patients.
Well, no.
You know, it's really hard to see people who are ill. Some of them are terminal, and yet they don't lose their hope. And whenever you see them, it's never possible to look into their eyes. Because you feel ashamed that you are fine, still they have to struggle for every single day of their life. It's so hard. And today, I have realized that all of us are ill.
Well, it's an interesting hypothesis. But why have you seen such patients?
In the last year of my university, I was making a documentary on doctors, patients, hospitals. I actually visited many hospitals and interviewed different people. It was a hard documentary. You know, I thought there can be nothing harder than that, but you know, today I see healthy people looking at me in the same way like those terminally ill patients did. And it makes me feel like a terminally ill patient.
I would like to help you recover.
They all have one distinctive feature. No, it's there. In the very depth of apple of their eyes. It's just a shade, nothing much. You can see this shade in the eyes of lost birds. I don't think I can make this movie, Amy. Amy?